Yo, hello, guy in a cube, or guys in a cube, or guys and gal in a cube. Happy birthday to Microsoft. Power BI, 10 years old today. My name's Belinda Allen, and I am a very proud member of the Saturday Morning Learning Group. And I wanted to share a birthday present with everyone on behalf of Microsoft Power BI. But first, thank you to the wonderful guys in a cube. They are so kind. They are so generous with their time and their knowledge, and they make such a big difference to the community. So I want to thank Adam. I want to thank Patrick. I feel like I'm in Romper Room, and I'm real excited about Marta as the newest addition. Yay, ladies, making a really good impression for everyone out there. We really appreciate that very much. And then a special thanks to the supporting people, without which I know Guy in a Cube would have difficulty. First of all, Crystal Saxton, you do an amazing job, so thank you for that. And I also want to thank Matthew Roche, especially for giving us Roche's Maxim, and a very good friend of mine, Alex Powers, who is just awesome. All of you together are brilliant. But what I want to do, because I've been playing with Power BI since before Power BI, back when it was a piece that we worked inside of SharePoint, I want to show you my favorite feature that is the most underutilized feature, so that maybe some of you could take advantage of using this feature and really make a difference. So as the guy in Cube would say, let's go to the computer. Okay, so here we are in a report that I built this simple little report using some fake sample data that I have. Now, in my title is descriptive right now. It is not explanatory. And what do I mean by that? I see sales. I can narrow it down to a quarter or a year here. I'm going to open this up and just select everything. And now you can see I have more responses and more sales. Over here in my other filter, if I choose a filter for the whole page, I can come in and select a single day. I'm going to go to where I probably have data, which is not the beginning of 2011. And I can see I'm looking at a single day. But it's a little tough to know exactly what date or what date range I'm looking at when I look at it. The user is going to have to dig a little bit. So what I want to do is make this title a lot more explanatory. And lo and behold, if I click on that title, it's just a simple text box. I get this pop-up window. Now, some of you might be thinking, yeah, that's where we format. But there's more you can do here. You can actually call a field or call DAX, or you could even run a little bit of AI, a little bit of natural query language. I'm going to call a DAX field. So if I come in and go to date at my date table and open up the date range, this is a field I've created where I'm taking the beginning of the year and the end of the year, and I'm formatting them as text, and then I am concatenating them together. And I'm even putting a little blank space at the end. I'll show you why I'm doing that in a moment. Okay, so here I'm going to come in and I'm at the end of my sales. I'm going to actually, let me hide the rest of that DAX. I'll put in a space and the word for and another space. Now I'm going to click on value. And here I can ask a question. And I'm just going to enter in my DAX field, date range. And you could see it's blue and has a blue underline, which indicates that that's a dynamic field. Now, here I can see the date range for all of my dates. And I'm going to give it a name because I'm going to end up with 2 different custom fields in here. And I want to be able to tell which one is which. So I'm going to call this one the date range. And now it highlighted in as black. I'm going to come in and change this font to 24 and then change the font color to white and then make it bold. So now we have this date range here, much more explanatory toward users. Again, if I came in and selected, let me get out of 2011, select a single date, the single date appears here. Okay. If I come over here and I select a single year, then I'm looking at the whole year. If I open this up and I just select Q2, I'm seeing Q2 for that year. right? This is so amazingly simple, and it allows users to see what they're looking at very, very easily. Now, I do have a space at the end, so if I come up here and click, then what I might want to do is space a couple more times and then write gross margin, colon, space. And then what I'm going to do, you guessed it, click on value. And this time I'm going to ask a question like I would in natural query language or in Q&A. So I could put in, what is gross margin, which happens to be a field that I have. And that's looking right. And if I just click on that show me or send or calculate it, that's my gross margin number. Now it's formatted the way I want. It's in general now. I probably should go through and make this like text, but for now I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to give the name so that it says gross margin. And I know right now somewhere Marco Russo just did, because Belinda did not format this numerical value as a text, but just trying to do just a couple minutes to show you the deal here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on save again. I have my value. You can see I'm going to highlight the whole thing. I'm going to come back in. Oops, 16 is a little small. Let's go to 20. And then let me make the font color white, make it bold. And then now I not only have my date range, I have my gross margin. So if I select any field in here, my gross margin will update, as will the date range. This can make a big difference for your end users by just simply adding some additional information into your text field. One of my favorite features, and a feature I find that is highly underutilized. I hope this helps you. And one more time, happy birthday, Power BI, and thanks Guy in a Cube and Gal in a Cube for everything that you do. Bye.